Hi parents, this feels really weird doing a back to school night and you're not sitting in front of me and I'm just making this video. Hopefully you feel free to email me any questions or concerns that you have after you watch this video or anything else. I wanted to go over some of the things that I would tell you if we had a back to school tonight. Obviously, this is a whole new thing. We're all getting used to new routines. I just ask for the patience from you guys and understanding that as we're working through things as teachers, as administrators, just please be patient with us, especially at pickup. Today was a lot better, but the first day, kind of, I know you guys were kind of wrapped around the school, and it took a while, and I understand the frustration. It's hot, it's humid, and the kids are ready to go and things. But the kids did an excellent job, and it got better as the day went. So hopefully by the end of the week, we'll work out all the kinks. I just want to go over a few things that I would talk to you about on a regular back to school night. Obviously, our doors open at 7:45. They get their temperature taken and they come down. The first grade gets to go to their lockers right away. They get out their take home folder. They get out their water bottle. Then they come in the classroom. They turn in any homework into the baskets if they have any. This week, they really haven't had any homework to turn into me. And then they will sharpen their pencils and they will get ready and start on their bell work each morning. While they're doing bell work, I'm making sure the kids are doing what they need to be doing. I'm taking attendance, I'm taking lunch count and those sorts of things and kind of sorting through the homework to make sure everybody's turned their homework in. Then we have morning announcements that we listen to, and then we get started right in with religion. There are 9 different religion books. We do them in our classroom. We talk about how God surrounds us and loves us, and He is with us no matter where we are and what we're going through, and that we can turn to Him, especially in a time like this where we're kind of unsure about things and we're worried about things, and we just need to remember to turn to God in prayer. At the end of each religion book, when we're done with our stories, they will be sent home. And then we will have a unit test. I send those books home for the kids to keep, but also that you can read through the stories with them at home to review for the unit tests. The unit tests are very, very easy. They're usually 10 questions, and there's 2 choices, and I read the tests to them. So it's very simple, nothing to be stressed out about. You will see how easy it is once they have their first test. Memory. Memory is to be said to me out loud at my desk on Tuesdays and Thursdays while the other kids are doing their bell work. So nobody will feel like somebody's listening to them. The kids will be doing other things while the kids are saying their memory work to me individually. For this week, this is very important. The kids probably told you this already. I have shortened the memory that I had on our newsletter at the bottom. Our memory homework that they're going to have to say to me on Thursday is, but be doers of the word, James 1:22. So they do need to say where it is in the Bible, but I have shortened it. They only have to say, but be doers of the word. That means put into action God's words. We don't want to just listen to God's word. We want to be out and go do and be doers of His word. So that is the memory. But each week on Tuesdays and Thursdays is when they'll have to say it to me. Yes, we do practice it in class, but I also need the kids to practice it at home. So when they come and say it to me Tuesday or Thursday morning, it's very fluent and it gets done quickly. And this also are Bible verses that help them in their life, that the Bible verses they can turn to and feel that God's word is speaking to them. Next is our reading. Yes, we will have reading stories each week. As some of you came in when I met your child, I told you that we will be reading stories in school together, but they need to practice these reading stories at home also. At the end of the week, they have a comprehension and a phonics test on them. Our spelling words and our flashcard test also go along with our reading story for the week. Each Friday, they will have a flashcard test, except for this week. They will have a flashcard test. They'll get their flashcards on Monday, and they will study them all week. And then on Friday, they will have a test, which is I just point to the word, they say it to me. So if they've been practicing all week, that should be very easy. Our spelling tests, our words come from our reading story. They will be given on Thursday. And on Thursday, if they get them all right, then they do not have to take the Friday test. If they spell any of the words wrong, or they spell them with capital letters and they're not supposed to be capital letters, then they will have to retake it on Friday. So that's just something to know about that. Phonics, we will work hard in phonics, learning how to sound out words, make sure we know our sounds and how to put those sounds together to make the words. So we will be decoding words and the different sounds and putting them together to make the words. So we will be working very heavily on that in first grade. In math, we just took a math practice test, so I kind of know where the kids are. I'll share it with you at parent-teacher conferences, how your child does. But I told the kids, if you don't know, take your best guess, because these are things that we are going to learn throughout the year. So just a few things that I noticed, that some kids are writing like their numbers backwards, or they're maybe not recognizing the higher numbers. So make sure that is something you could keep practicing with them. In science and social studies, we usually do science and social studies together. Every once in a while, they may have an assignment to bring home, but usually we do those worksheets in our working class. At the end of a chapter or a unit for science or social studies, I will send a study guide home, and we will have like practice games here. So when it comes to the test, they're familiar with it. They have art once a week, which will start this week. Library, Mrs. Husby is going to come in here and kind of have a traveling library, since the kids cannot go down into the library and touch all the books. So what she's going to do is she will read a story here in the classroom, and then she will especially pick out a book special for your child, and they will get to read that and then turn it in at the end of the week. So that's how we're going to do library. We will also have Mrs. Belli as our computer teacher. They will have her once a week. But we will also get on the computers with myself, and we will get into our Gmail. We will go on different websites. Now, yesterday, if you saw your child brought it home, there was a packet full of like login information and all those kinds of things for like Spelling City, IXL, Splash Math, trying to think if there was any more. AR. AR tests cannot be taken at home. They can only be taken at school. But on the other ones, they can get on those websites at home if you want them to do extra practice, like for math, or play some, educational games. They can go on those websites by logging in. But other than that, you don't have to use those. That's basically, I gave you that information. That's usually stuff we'll be doing in school. We'll be going on Splash Math, IXL, and stuff at school. But I want you to have them in case, for some, praying that it doesn't happen. But if we were to have to go back to online, you have those websites. So if I were to assign something, you have the kids' passwords at home. So please do not lose them. In that packet of the logins, I also gave you our class schedule, and it's like this. You can also find it on the fax system under documents for first grade. I gave you a newsletter like this. This is the first time and the only time you will get a hard copy, but I would put a PDF file on the fax system for first grade under documents, so you could print one out at home. If you're like me, I like a hard copy for things. So what this is it says what we're going to be covering in each subject for the week, and then it will tell you what homework we have each night. I like to do homework Monday through Thursday, so you can pretty much expect on Fridays there's going to be a flashcard test. On Thursdays and Fridays there's going to be spelling test. Fridays, there's going to be a reading and phonics. Really, the kids can't study for the reading and phonics test because it's something, if they paid attention in reading class and they practiced reading the story, they should be fine on both of those tests. So those tests really you can't study for, but their flashcard tests they can study for, their memory they can study for at home. But they usually will have math homework each night. This week, kind of we're doing review, so they really don't have much homework. But just know that usually you can expect like reading and math every single night. Also in that packet, I sent home, it was a green sheet. I know you can't really tell from this video, but it's a green sheet. It's like a contract sheet. Just kind of read over, have the kids sign their name, you sign at the bottom, and I will sign in the middle. Just saying that we're going to work together with the child, that we have a place for them to do their homework, that you're going to get them to school on time. That is so important, because if you had a job and you were late to your job, you wouldn't have that job very long. Well, the same thing is, if the kid comes late to school on a regular basis, they're missing important instruction from me, which slows the rest of our class down, but your child is also missing important instruction. So it's wonderful to get the kids here on time. So make sure, if you have not turned that in, make sure to turn that in to me this week. For memory, I shorten the memory so the kids have it to say it to me on Thursday. And then the chameleon poster that I sent home with you and your child, please make sure they have that done by Monday, August 31st. That is when it is due. So there was a little booklet that we highlighted the short letter A's. I think it was Sam sat, Cat sat. Some kids are misreading, but it's wonderful to have them practice reading to you and also reading to you every night. So those short little books, especially if your child is struggling in reading or is at a beginning reading level, those are wonderful little booklets to keep so you can just practice, because we want to build up their confidence being readers. So those little books really, really help. So hopefully I've answered your questions. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to contact me through email or text me or call me. Just realize that I do have a family too. I will get to you as soon as I possibly can. It is usually that same night. If not, it'll be the next morning. But I appreciate you entrusting me to take care of your child here. I hope that your child has enjoyed these last few days. We're going to get started in our routine after this first week, so it'll be a lot better. Some kids have fallen and scraped their knees out at recess. That's to be expected. So if your child came home with a Band-Aid, that's probably where it happened today. I just wanted you to know, I really thank you. The kids are doing a great job hand washing with soap and water, hand sanitizing, cleaning their desks, making sure that they're not touching other people's things. It was kind of funny. We talked about, like, when we see somebody, like their pencil box falls over. Well, naturally, as Christians, what we want to do is we want to go help our friends. But I told the kids we can't do that. So one nice thing that you could do is say, Maggie, your pencil fell on the floor. You know, just letting the child realize, you know, oh, something of mine dropped. And so the kids are doing a great job. They're staying their social distancing when we're in line, you know, for the bathroom and things. So I just wanted to tell you that the kids are doing a wonderful job. I've enjoyed these last couple of days. But if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to ask me, text me, any of those questions. All right, hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.